A couple of weeks ago, I challenged myself to do these 4 videos, one a week, about my thoughts and my creative journey. And it took a lot of courage to get the first one out.
The whole world is going through this massive cultural shift.
Now the question is there anything else worth saying?
I'm not even really sure what the message is. I think I've learned a lot, and I have some wisdom.
So one of the things on my mind is this whole idea of humility versus self-expression. I mean, art has always been about self-expression, right? So where's the difference? Why does it feel like I'm being show-offy or know-it-all-y by putting myself out in front of the camera and talking this way?
I sometimes feel uncomfortable talking about myself a lot.
There's so many pundits and know-it-alls out there telling you what to do. But here's the next step in the journey. The next step is that it's not about that. What I've realized is if I want to get good at this, if I want to build at this, I have to do some videos that are bad. Some of them are going to get a terrible response. Some of them, nobody's going to watch. But if I don't start putting stuff out there, I won't get that feedback and I won't start to learn what works. And I won't challenge myself. One of the people we interviewed on the Spartan Up podcast was Laura Gassner Otting. And she talked about those butterflies, that nervousness you feel in your stomach that makes you back off. She's turned that into a signal. When she feels those butterflies, that signal tells her push forward. That means it's something you need to figure out, something you need to push through, something you need to understand and dig into. So what about this conflict between the idea of self-expression and humility? I think that's what I'm up against right now. Is that something you felt? What I found was it was really easy for me to make videos about how to use the microphone properly or how to prevent wind noise in your mic because those things were concrete. It's much harder for me to put myself out there talking about my thoughts. But if I want to be valued for the deeper thoughts, that's what I have to do. There's a lot going on in the world right now, even more than when I did the last video. Things are pretty intense emotionally. And that's the next part. Does it really matter? Does anybody care about my silly struggles about being behind the camera? I made a conscious decision today to just wear my work from home clothes for this. I didn't want to dress up. I think part of it was that self-consciousness. The whole thing can feel self-indulgent, but I put it in another context. My whole youth, I loved to draw and paint. And this is just another kind of creative expression. It's okay if you don't get it. I need to practice. The best artists, the ones that made the breakthroughs, they made ugly work. So there's this idea, this resentment that a lot of filmmakers have that people are coming in and cutting the bottom out of the market. And here's what I say. Everybody can buy a pencil. Almost everybody knows how to write, but very few people are professional writers. And even among the writers, some are writing ad copies, some are writing letters to their families, some are writing novels, some are writing magazine articles and newspaper articles. It's the same with filmmaking. What makes you a great filmmaker? It's not the pencil or the camera. Don't blame others. And I say this to myself, don't blame others for their success. I need to look at myself and understand what I'm looking for. And once I know, it's on me to find my way there.